Happy Thursday evening, Sooner fans. The week is winding down, and Big 12 play is closing in. The games last week looked like duds, and definitely didn't disappoint with the exception of Texas, but this week's games are a hell of a lot more intriguing. Well, maybe they're not a hell of a lot better, but it's an improvement. Anyway, things didn't go so well for me last week as far as gambling picks were concerned. You can check them out here for reference. A lot of folks are picking upsets this week, but I'm hoping to bounce back from a bad week of picks by saying the exact opposite. Here's to better luck and a big, fat W for the Oklahoma Sooners. Texas versus Arkansas 2.5 in Arlington. It's been a long while since I've been this intrigued by a non-new matchup that likely won't have any championship implications. Kevin Sumlin might be canned on the spot if he loses this one, and Brett Bielema's situation is a bit more complicated. He has a hefty buyout, but a bad loss might make his seat a bit too hot to sit on. Gambling pick: I would have picked them if they were at full strength, but I don't see Kellen Mond winning this game. Give me Arkansas to win and cover. Over 55. Texas Tech at Houston 6. Both of these teams can score in bunches, but Texas Tech doesn't have an Ed Oliver or a defense. I think we're done here. Gambling pick: Houston covers. Over 71. Alabama 18.5 at Vanderbilt. I'm not going out on a limb by saying that Alabama is going to win this game. However, that Vanderbilt defense is a bit nasty, allowing only 4.3 PPG through 3 contests. I have a feeling that the score of this game is going to hover right around the betting line for a good chunk of the second half, but gambling pick: Alabama covers the 18.5. Under 43. TCU at Oklahoma State 13. Man, this is a big line. I kind of think TCU is going to cause some problems with their pressure in Stillwater, which could keep this one close. But Kenny Hill isn't going to be more productive than Mason Rudolph, and Kyle Hicks isn't going to be 100%, even if he plays. Gambling pick: Oklahoma State covers late. Under 71.5. Mississippi State at Georgia 5. I'm still not too sure about the Bulldogs. You read that correctly, both of these teams have to show me a bit more. Mississippi State had an outstanding win against LSU last weekend, but how much of that can be chalked up to LSU just playing like absolute crap and not giving it their all? Georgia, on the other hand, has a nice win on paper against Notre Dame, but I really don't think the Irish are worth a damn in 2017. Mississippi State has a decent advantage at QB, but Sanford Stadium is a really tough venue even by SEC standards. Gambling pick: true freshman QB Jake Fromm and Georgia's defense do just enough to get the W and cover. Over 48.5. Oklahoma 27.5 at Baylor. As I mentioned earlier today, Baylor getting 6 players back will make them more competitive, but it's still reasonable to expect a lopsided score. Will it be lopsided enough for a cover? Gambling pick: yep. I predict Oklahoma wins 48-17 and obviously covers. Over 63. Penn State 13 at Iowa. Penn State didn't look incredible against a bad Pitt team 2 weeks ago, but Saquon Barkley is the truth, and that defense is kinda legit. Iowa has upset many a high-profile Big Ten team in Iowa City in its history, but I don't like the chances of that happening this weekend. Gambling pick: Iowa covers, but Penn State gets the tough W on the road. Here's this week's TV schedule. Note: all times are Eastern. Matchup time: Eastern Time TV streaming. Matchup time: Eastern Time TV streaming. Temple at 21 South Florida 7:30 p.m. ESPN Watch ESPN.com. Matchup time: Eastern Time TV streaming. Matchup time: Eastern Time TV streaming. Virginia at Boise State 8:00 p.m. ESPN2 Watch ESPN.com. 23 Utah at Arizona 10:30 p.m. FS1 FoxSportsGo.com. Matchup time: Eastern Time TV streaming. Matchup time: Eastern Time TV streaming. East Carolina at Connecticut 12:00 p.m. ESPN Watch ESPN.com.